Is it community property? Is it separate property? As you go through Bliss Divorce, you get to designate whether assets and debts are community or separate property. So it's important to understand. Let's say you bought a motorcycle during your marriage and both you and your spouse agree it should go to you after the divorce. Should you designate it as community or separate property? The answer is community property because it was bought during the marriage. Even though it's a community asset, you can say it goes 100% to you in your divorce agreement. Usually you'll give up something else of equal value in exchange for getting the motorcycle. So what is community property? In general, assets and debts acquired during the marriage are presumed to be community property. That means both you and your spouse have an equal 50% right to it. It doesn't matter whose name the asset or debt is in, you both own it equally. This surprises a lot of people, but it's the law. Those retirement funds you saved during the marriage with just your name on the account, they're a community asset. Your spouse has a 50% right to them. And that fancy car your spouse bought, yes, you have a 50% right to that, even if just his or her name is on the title. So what assets and debts are considered separate property? First, if it was acquired before the date of marriage, it is presumed to be separate property. That means it goes to you and it is not part of the divorce settlement. Also, any gift or inheritance to just you is your separate property, even if you got it during the marriage. It goes to you and is not part of the divorce settlement. Same for anything your spouse got as an inheritance or gift. Finally, anything acquired after the date of divorce intent is presumed to be separate property, provided you did not buy it with joint funds. The date of divorce intent is the date one of you stated to the other your intent to get divorced, and started acting accordingly. One last thing about separate property. Even if an asset or debt is separate property, by law it still needs to be disclosed to your spouse. So be sure to enter it into Bliss Divorce. Is it community property or is it separate property? If you're ever not sure, contact Bliss Divorce Customer Care and we can help you figure it out.